Okay, I want to introduce you to Map2Adapt. But first, I feel like I have to tell you a bit of the history of how we got here. About 15 years ago, I became kind of obsessed with adaptations. And in the past 15 years, there have been these random moments where it's like adaptations feel and seem like they're top of mind for lots of people. Every time that happens, it feels like we make huge progress on like moving forward with figuring out how to support people like you in planning for adaptations more effectively. Then sometimes things quiet down, so we pause for a bit, but we are super excited to help people have more concrete guidance on planning for adaptations. What we've done in Map to Adapt is we've taken all of the existing frameworks related to adaptations, brought them together and created a process model that guides people through the steps and stages of planning for adaptations. Map to Adapt has three phases: assessing fit, planning for adaptations, and then tracking adaptations. Within those three phases, we have different steps, six of them specifically. So phase one has three different steps. First, we want to identify who to involve. Then we want to really clearly define that original initiative, the original thing that we are implementing. Then we want to think about and identify what are the things we're actually going to want to make adaptations to. Then we have a decision point, a pause, take a moment to stop, think, reflect before moving on. Here we want to decide, is this a good fit? If we think it's a good fit, then we move on to phase two, planning for adaptations. This phase has two steps. First, we want to describe those adaptations, and then you're going to get into identifying the potential impacts. We won't necessarily know what the actual impacts of the adaptations will be, but let's kind of hypothesize and think about what those potential impacts might be. Then we have another decision point. Do we actually want to move forward with implementation? Like, do we think this is a really good idea? If the answer is yes, then we move on to the third phase, tracking adaptations. This only has one step, literally tracking adaptations. So we talk about how we actually track those adaptations in real time as we're implementing things. And this phase finishes with our third decision point. This is where we pause, reflect, and revisit what we've done. Because adaptations are an ongoing iterative process, you'll almost guaranteed we'll loop back to other steps in that process and revisit other places that you've already been.